We have a big event planned on Saturday. We're going to have Jerry Shell here with Seabreeze. We're going to have the Fairy Hair Girls here. We're going to have a lot of sales going on. We've got a lot of new material already in. We also may have a container coming in from Brazil by then. Can't promise because it's still got to go through customs, but we'll see. It may be here by this weekend, so that will be added to the sale, what we can get out. I changed the reality again. I denied your reality and substituted mine, so we're going to be doing the 3 cards this week. And I want you to take and focus on the crystals on top of the cards. On this first card, we have an Allestial Quartz crystal. Allestial Quartz goes back into the Ice Ages. The Allestial Quartz takes 600 years to grow 1 inch. It's a 7 hardness stone. And with it taking 600 years to grow 1 inch, any of the pieces that you find, there's usually part of them missing. So you only wind up with some of the stone itself. So it has a collective consciousness of the whole. And so this particular piece can go all the way back into the Ice Ages. And we've got pieces out front for this Saturday, an entire bowl of them that's going to be like $5 each. If you amateurize that over a period of time, it's going to be less than a penny a day, of course. And so this is great for past life. It's great for when you meditate with it. It holds those ancient energies, goes all the way back to the Ice Ages, and so it's reminding you of past lives, taking you into different places. That may be why you're drawn to that. On top of the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, Universal deck, I have a citrine. Now these have become very difficult to get on these little stands, but we have a whole lot of them that are going out this weekend. They're going to be for sale, and this particular piece is going to be one of those. This is a twin flame piece, so it's a beautiful piece. The energy from this stone lends itself to manifestation. Some people will put little citrine pieces in a cash register in your wallet. So it's really good energy for working with what it is you want to manifest. So that may be why you would be drawn to this. But also there's a card underneath there that's going to be reflective of that stone energy and the challenge of what it is you're learning. Here we have a nice beautiful piece of black tourmaline. Nice formation. This has got some beautiful lines in it. Black tourmaline is very protective. It helps you dispel your fears, to get out of your head and to get into your heart space. And when it has the mica in it, the little veins of mica, it's so powerful that they say it could actually return energy if you're being sent energy from somebody wishing you not well. Somebody with jealousy or envy. Their energy would go back to them. So think about these 3 stones for a minute and see if one of them is calling you, as we believe that the stones pick up. We don't necessarily pick them. What do you feel drawn to? If you feel drawn to the Allestial Quartz, and at any point in this reading or this forecast, you can also send out your questions. We're always open to questions. Your Squeezably Soft Shaman will answer them for you, and we've got people viewing that are watching for your questions to pop up, so they won't be ignored. Underneath the Allestial Quartz, we have the card of the eagle spirit. The eagle spirit, why would that be underneath the Allestial? Because it takes a lot of lifetimes to advance to that eagle spirit. That eagle spirit is the one that flies closest to the Creator. It also lets you know that you're protected because the eagle has scales on its legs, so when it grasps a prey, it can't reach up and bite it. And it brings back those messages from Great Spirit. And that doesn't happen in any single lifetime, so the Allestial Quartz can remind you of who you actually are. Underneath the citrine, the stone of manifestation, working with those golden energies. You have the card of charging into a battle. What better way to get through a battle than to rise above your fear? Because you can manifest things in your own life. And most of those battles that we are facing are more of our own insecurities, they're of our worries. And so we want to rise above those. And when you take charge of your life, when you rise above those, they no longer hold power over you. So we reclaim our personal power, and not only can we reclaim it, but with this particular stone working towards manifestation, we can overcome it completely. And we can create the world we want to create for ourselves, which I'm sure everybody out there would like to do. Underneath the black tourmaline, the stone of protection, the stone of rising above your fear also. We have the card of the Queen of the Light. The Queen of the Light reminds you that within you there is this sacred light, there is this space of the divine. And so when you pay attention to that space and you embrace letting your light shine, you don't hold it back out of fear or a fear of rejection, but you let your light shine, and it comes from your heart. It doesn't come from your head. And when your light is shining, it should be shining from a place of peace, from a place of being in service, for a place of harmony, which is going to create happiness in your life. Don't get mesmerized by the glitter and by what's shiny in life. Those things are all just temporary. But when your own light is shining and it's coming from your heart space, you're going to walk in peace. You're going to walk with softness in your voice, and you're going to walk in happiness. And when you embrace your own light, and you know that that light's within you, and it truly shines for you, and it's not a manufactured shining, but it's genuine, then you're going to find contentment in your life. Did we get any questions coming in?
We sure did. We have a question from Jessica, and she wants to know, how do you block others' negative energy from affecting you?
How do you block other people's energy from affecting you?
Their negative energy.
Their negative energy. That can come from a variety of different sources. And so there are a couple of different ways. One is that, are you empathic? Do you take on other people's energies? Because there has to be a part of you that's in agreement to let another person's energy into your space. And so you want to, you could wear like chiastolite to block other people's energy. If you're empathic, that's one stone that would work with you. If they're purposely jealous, envious, and they want to harm you or send you negative energy, then the black tourmaline would be a great stone to carry on you. Smoky quartz, any of the stones that help keep you grounded are also going to be protective of you. Worst case scenario, if you're feeling overwhelmed, you can take a piece of lepidolite and take a bath with it, but add a cup of Epsom salt and a cup of apple cider vinegar. Submerge yourself completely under the water, allowing yourself to air dry afterwards, and that will clear out all of the energy. And that becomes a very protective and sacred bath. And it's also very good for you. You'll feel great afterwards. You'll feel lighter. And don't go back and try to grab that heaviness, because it'll clear even your own energy sometimes, because sometimes we, on a subconscious level, wind up upset with ourselves. Sometimes not even realizing why. But the subconscious mind sees everybody around us as being a part of ourselves. And so when we're upset with somebody else, our subconscious mind sees the oneness in all things. It's not fooled by the illusion of life. And so it will see us as being upset with ourselves, and sometimes that's why we will let negative energy into our space. One of the Huna practices that I do is every day I'll say, I forgive all others who have ever harmed me. I stay in the moment. I don't think about what happened yesterday. I say I forgive myself for any harm I've ever caused anyone else or myself. And that frees me up to where I can also say, my subconscious mind, from this point forward, you will not allow negative energy in my space. I love myself. I deserve good things in my life. Taking back your power.
Yeah, someone was curious as to how much Epsom salt and apple cider vinegar you should add to a bath, and would you recommend soaking for 20 minutes or?
I usually put 1 cup of each, and then rather than soak, and I'll soak for a little while, maybe 20 minutes at tops, but also it's important to submerge yourself. You don't want to leave any of your skin exposed. You're wanting to get all the negative energy away from you and off of you. And it can exist in the light of that bath. Remember that water is light. And so by surrounding yourself with that light and completely submerging yourself, each time that you go under, you're going to be clearing it a little bit more. There's another question that just came in, or?
No, that was it.
Okay, so I guess I've solved all the world's problems tonight. This is Shaman Jeff at the Village Mystic. Like us, subscribe, sharing is caring. Make sure that you come out this weekend. We're going to have some great sales for you.
And just a reminder too that if anyone wants fairy hair, to please give the store a call to schedule an appointment.
We haven't had the fairy-haired girls here for a number of events, and so just a reminder, we do set them up by appointment, and so if you're wanting to get your hair done, make sure that you call ahead and set up your appointments.
We had one other question come in, and she said, what to do when you are questioning your spiritual beliefs and practices and thinking about not continuing with them?
You know, all of us have challenges that come up. And when you move away from questioning your beliefs, there's a cosmic baseball bat that will wind up pushing you back into it. Sometimes seeds are planted in our life that weren't meant to be fertile in this moment. And sometimes we'll learn what we need to learn in a moment, only to go on and do some other things. But when the timing is right, then we turn around and come back to those seeds, and they will germinate. Sometimes it's just a matter of we're learning little bits and pieces at a time, and not all things are on our timetable. We've got our dream for ourselves and what we want to learn and what we want our life to look like, but then we also have a greater plan in place, and there's a divine source that watches over that and is in control of that. And so if you're wanting to be on that path of service, there's no reason to ever get off of it. But sometimes it happens, and it's okay. There's no judgments here. We're all learning. We're learning at the pace we're meant to learn at, and it's in bigger hands. Create a beautiful week for yourself. This is Shaman Jeff. Love you all. I am out with the flying eagle.